Welcome back. Let's go for a Berserker, and let's see what we can pick here. What shall we do? We've already done a Minotaur in our Berserker series, so we could probably jump into a Gargoyle. Let's do hand axes, and we'll kind of blast our way through the game. We're looking for a strong start to cover our weaknesses as Gargoyle, particularly its health pool, and then we can get through and become strong long game with all of its resistances that gargoyles naturally come with. We got some throwing, I think. Nope, we didn't. I misread that. Ooh, we got a whip. Very, very nice starting whip. It's maybe not going to warp us into being Mace's Flails full time, but I'll pop the training that way since it's not a negative one, and it'll still be training. Oh, actually, no. It's tempting, but I'm going to train the axes so that the cross training covers Mace's Flails and axes, because I will likely want to go broad axe eventually. But if I was to train the Mace's Flails, the cross training is different, which is interesting to note. Some people aren't. That's something that a lot of people don't catch on early in their playing careers. Ring of Will, not too bad. Pop it on. Nothing of note. Let's berserk this out. What did I get? Fire, I won't pop that on just yet. We don't need poison resist on this character. We are a Gargoyle. Has infinite poison resist. Not just poison resist, infinite poison resist. Which means things like snake can't do anything to me. They can't negative poison me. Right, I will do this because I have Berserker, get the cloak, and it's a nice one too. +2. Another Ring of Will. Pop that on. The body, better body. I don't need any more fire and any more will. So basically most things that cast now can't actually affect me for now. Is this better? Yeah, it's just kind of flat / better. Ooh, grinder. I'm gonna take care of this. My will is kind of gonna carry me with those kinds of things, which would normally be like, you've been confused, you've been confused, you've been paralyzed. Well, my will stop that for this early game. Right, pick up a boomerang while it's here. Cool. Keep it going. We've got an ossuary. Very nice. Free XP at this level. And free items. Consumables, that is. Barely. I don't even have to use my god. Cool. Let's do D, C. Let's do N. I'm trying to pick off the good stuff until I find my healing potions. Alright, didn't find much there. I want E An H gone. That's good enough for now. I wonder if digging can take out the glass. Is this diggable? It can be dug. Oh, I don't have to dig. Okay, so I'll annotate here. Diggable glass case. Good to know. There is a war axe. I will pick it up. So at least we have that. For the future, would be nice to get a better axe though. D8. I am our poison infinite, so they can't even poison me. So they're just bees that don't do anything. I think I just saw something nice here. Regen int R fire RC up down. The regen is nice. Not sold on the R fire, but I'll kind of use that for now. The downside of the whip for now is that we don't have like a solid cleave. It's a little hurtful compared to like an axe build. But the regen here is nice. A temporary hat, I suppose. Ooh, I want to get out of here. Just a little too much action. Get him close to me. Berserk him. Just to throw on the war axe. It's not the most powerful weapon, but it's at least cleavable in that crazy scenario. Okay, what do we have? Sling of Fire, not really my jam. All right, we're finding our healing potions. Not so far. Keep it going down. We're hoping for a real axe soon, like more than just baseline war axe. Yeah, that's all I'm getting. I'm going to throw on a strength ring temporarily. I'll never need more than one, though. D11. Here is an axe. I'm going to back away. I'm going to throw on the Ring of Will. All right, well, we found our axe. This is an endgame axe. I don't know if that was a god axe or whatever, but I certainly will appreciate it and thank Trog regardless. I'm going to back away. This is a little, like, I can tell that this is a specialty vault, like, situation. You get these sometimes around that space, and so I'm just going to go to Lair, check if there's any shields, no shields, and we're just going to play an easier game for now. The power level on that 11 is a little higher than normal, so let's back away. And we have a flaming broadaxe, so that deals with our Hydra scenario. Get these centaurs out and work our way through. I would love to... Ooh, this is bad. I shouldn't have gone through a one-way down because now I've been marked and it's going crazy. I'm going to summon a dude and berserk my way through all of this junk. Let's see what I can do. Alright, well, that's that. Let's find my up. Made the huge mistake of going down the wrong down because I was playing too fast. So let's get... Well, I mean, we've found our connection now, so we're good. We can build from here. Cool. So we're going to have Spider and Swamp. Or actually, we don't know yet. But we do know Spider. Wow. Welcoming party and a half there. Okay, let's go a different down. Partial welcoming now. I'm going to berserk through this. We have RLEC built in. Less of a problem. Kill all the sleepy boys. Okay, still looking for healing potion. There we go. Now we'll move back to our scroll identification, trying to find acquirement. Although we do have an axe now, that's pretty solid. So I suppose we're seeking out enchant weapons scrolls now. Somewhere in here, there's some enchant weapon scrolls. Oh, we got our first neck. Nice. Ooh, slaying. I'll put it there. I'll drop strength and evasion. Not going to be using that. But slaying is always fun to grab. Oh, big welcoming party, but it's so far manageable. This is pretty sizable. Okay, all good. Regular bland axe, not for me. I've already got a broad. Okay, all good, all good, all good. Lair 5. A lot of bears so far. Okay, we got this ending. There's going to be like an advanced troll. I'm not exactly off the top of my head. I forgot what they're called, but like it's a big troll. Sometimes there's a Hydra in there, and there's almost... Oh, no, it's Sanja. Does he have distortion? Okay, no. Oh, short of distortion. Yikes. I'm going to Berserker and all on Sanja if I can get him in range. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to Ice Blast. Okay, jeez. I don't care what happens there. I just don't want to be distorted out of into Abyss. Let's try to get to our upstairs. This is rough. We are powerful though. Here's that Catoblepus. I don't really understand the naming. Like sometimes you can, you know, guess why they name something to be funny about it, or like a play on words or something. I have not figured out what a Catoblepus is. Like it looks to me like it's some sort of bull or something, or like an elephant bull. I don't know. Must be some sort of mythical thing. But it looks like how they do these yaks, so it must be just like a... I don't know. Here's the troll. Deep troll. That's the word that they use. What do we get? Sling. Nothing really relevant there. That was a pretty disappointing little collection here. I'll break into here. There might be some corner. Nope. Okay, on to work. Anything to drop? Not really. Was that something yellow? Oh, there's a cave, a volcano. The chances of it... Oh, it's nearby. It actually might be on our little area. I mean, unless it's in here, I don't... It's in a different... it's in a different up and down. So we're gonna maybe try to find a close up and down. That's ours. That's a shame. We're not gonna get our volcano. I'm not gonna try to... I don't even know if I have Revelation Scroll. Ooh, this is rough. Get out of here. Yeah, we're definitely not getting a volcano. And this is already bad enough. Brother, and then Berserk. I need the extra firepower here. Alright, well, let's see if we can find an up. I doubt it. Oh, it was down here. Oh, paralyzed. Not good. Let's reset it. It'll be somewhere up and to the left. It's 100% gone. There is no hope, but... yeah, unfortunate. Sometimes you just kind of get ruined out of it. I mean, theoretically, we could have popped down, known exactly where the stairs up were. Maybe I had a digging and I didn't even need to pop down. I could have just dug, because I knew it was southeast of me based on the signaling, but you can't do much. Let's get an ID up there, or ID the weapon by buying it. Oh, a lot of more stuff than I thought. Let's go for the casters as quickly as possible. Let's back away. So now we know we have 6 enchant weapons. That's nice to see. Let's will it up. Strength. Very tight there. Oof. Unarmed, not today. Not today. Nothing there. Berserk this out. Heal wounds, deal. Curings, deal. Mutations noted. Another ooh, that's nice. Cloak of Will, not too bad. I just have a baseline cloak. That'll be good to grab. Okay, so gold. What's my body? Ring, regen on it. The strength is nice. Defenses are cool. I think I'd rather grab the cloak first. Pop that on. Is there a shield available? No shield still. not desperate to enchant much. Teleports are strong. IDs definitely could be useful. Okay, and then Zing, and we're gonna look for acquirements. Drop the noise. Cool. So now I can enchant my broadaxe up to almost capped. It's not there yet, but it's close. And we can move along, I suppose. I guess I can grab those to know them, to speed up the identification process. And let's go back to dungeon, and we're going to carry on with that dungeon D10. If we recall, we left off on this floor that was a little more difficult than we would probably have wanted. Now it can be a little more manageable. To be honest, it looked like we had cleared just about all the difficulty, but it is what it is. Scale mail, MP5, strength int. That's what am I wearing? Ring. The regen. The regen is nice, but having that strength might be good. Amulet reflect. That's just to reflect with RN on it, and then worse dex, so that's not good. I'm happy with my guardian spirit. Protection from cold's good to see. Alright, downwards we go. Still no shields. Last we checked. Another enchant. Let's go for the... Oh, we have a brand now. Let's enchant our broad. One more away from having... capped it off. Alright, keep going down. Helm +1. I think that's one tick better than my current ID. Go for H. Amnesia, don't need. What is this? Just like a castle. I don't think I can be petrified as a gargoyle, so that's less of a big deal for me. Those guys. Oh, there is a melting. Oh, that. Ooh, good. I noticed that. Okay, I'm gonna put on the cold over top of the will. Good. Okay, so we're gonna get some cold stuff. Maybe a shield of a buckler or a tower shield of cold. Protection. That'll be cool to see. I can fly, so that kind of has a little gimmick there. I'm gonna back out though. I don't want to engage bad timings. I have a broad axe of flame, so I'm very effective against a lot of these things. Not like yaks and stuff, they're just regular creatures, so whatever, but like the ice things. Ooh, crystal plate armor of cold. I think that's an immediate put on. Anything else cool here? Demon Blade is not my game. Okay, I didn't get a shield, but I got a cool body. MP5 strength, it's cool, but crystal plate of something is insane. And I have all this enchant armor that I'm just going to dump right on top of it. Short of like a golden dragon scales, this is a pretty solid start here. very defensively oriented Gargoyle. That's usually the trap. You should normally just back out there, but I knew I had the cleave action. Let's keep searching. I mean, we don't really have many one-ofs, so we must either have no acquirements, which is the most likely scenario, or we have multiple acquirements, which is unlikely, but very excited if that's the case. We're already on the top edge of our armor game, which is nice to see. Ahead of the curve, if you will. So that's very cool. I'm going to dodge up to like 4. We're about to hit min delay of our broadaxe. It might be better if I hold off that dodge until we're at the min delay, just to not hamper that process. It's going to reset it. Alright, all done here, and that was D15. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I should probably put my will back on, and we'll head on to Swamp, I guess. I'm equally okay with all that's here, although this entrance was a little miserable. I'm going to berserk my way through this if I can avoid interactions near the trap. I will do so. Summon my guy. Get out of here. They really tried to kill me there with all that junk in front. Oh, do I have any shields? Still no shields. It's a shame. I have flying, by the way, so both swamps and shoals would have been fine for me. Am I done? No, I'm not. Okay, so I can finish off the barrage of flaming. It's nice we have a broadaxe of flaming for swamp. If we do end up having like a Lernian Hydra situation, we are already set to assist in that process. We just got our first shield. Finally, I'll start that process up of training. Shield. Yep, it's just that. But yeah, if I had to choose between shoals and swamp, as a gargoyle, you would prefer swamp every single time of the day. Not only do you get the flying aspect, but you have infinite poison resist. There's very little poison in shoals and very much poison in swamp. Although, to be honest, the spider snake side of the equation is the heavier poison related thing. So like, if I don't know what we have. Do we have spider? Yeah, like snake would have been ideal for us because they literally couldn't poison us. Even their negative poison thing, I am 100% infinitely immune to poison. I don't need any of that. Okay. Alright, Swamp 3 is done. Let's go here. I don't like the idea of a dispersal trap being right there at the stair. I might pop back up and find the other stair. kill this guy out of here. So it looks like we have that kind of like center room ending. Inside of there, I'm sure there's countless swamp dragons and all that junk. I'm going to attack it from a different angle, though. Ring of Wiz, no thank you. Fortunately, they really opened it up here, so I'll just pull back. Once they're awake, they kind of wander. Okay, we got a Lernian. I'm gonna Brother in Arms, I'm gonna Trog, I'm gonna Berserk, and it's gonna, yeah. That's just what happens with the Lernian. His heads are no match for my Broadaxe of Flame. Cool. Anything drop of note? Not really. Cool, cool, cool. What's this ring? R fire, R core, strength negative, dex 6. I mean, it's... I don't know. Honestly, that's not... I'll keep it because the core part of it, I suppose... I don't know. It doesn't feel good, that ring. I don't think I'll ever use this strength. Alright, so off to Spider. Ooh, confused. No wonder. We got 3 will. Honestly, I don't even need that much will. If I find a better ring, like a solid, I don't know, something, I may put that over the will ring because we'd have 2 will, which is perfectly fine. And then when we go to elf, we pop the 3rd on again. Getting that cloak of will was very good. It helps the math a lot. It's often hard to get that 3rd pip of will. Like, you can always get, like, oh, I got 2 will rings. Okay, I've got to 2. But the 3rd pip is what really kills some of the shenanigans in, like, mid-game. I'm going to enchant eye. Just clearing away. Ooh, Mr. Lajatang himself. Always good to see you. Alright, okay. Enchant, still no requirements. We got an Amulet of Regen. I'll keep it on me in case I decide to do like Abyss or something. It's always nice to have an Abyss because you're always walking around. You want to make sure you can keep on the move. So Spider 3 now. Curious, anything from the god? Yeah, he gave a heavy broad. And I guess confirmed this axe was dropped from the god, as expected. I just never checked at the time. Cool. Dex, drop V, drop Dex. I've already done my all my teleporting portal shenanigans with Ice Cave, and unfortunately we didn't make it to the volcano. All right, spider. Spider 3 done. X. For a second, I'm like, that has to be acquirement. You don't get a 1 of this late, and if it's not acquirement. But unfortunately, we had not encountered our torment yet. So here's our spider 4. We've been held. I'm gonna stair dance this. I have the power level to power through, but I'd rather just kind of clean it up in a safe manner. Let's back it up. Back it up. Orbs of destruction can be scary. Get out of here. Okay, let's back it up. The Malales, or whatever, however you want to pronounce that. Come on. Whew. It's playing games with me. Alright, I'm just going to go down a different down. I'm going to berserk this one out. Pull up. Different down. I would love them to find me. Just come over here. +2 hat. That would be equal, so there's no point in swapping. Bottom left is our finish. Yeah, so let's just get him out of here. It'd be cool if I had an alarm or something. Let's pull up. I know I was barbed, but whatever. You don't want to chase too much into these things. That's the trap of spider. Don't chase. Never chase. Although it's you should never chase anyways, but spider like punishes you specifically for chasing. Okay. I wish I had an alarm or something I could just pop and get them out of there. U on Q. 4 blinking, not too bad. That's one way to get to the thing. Yeah, I probably pushed too hard there, but well-timed teleport and luck. I was mainly, you can see I've mainly cleared the whole place. With teleporting, it's really a game about ratios. How much of the map do you believe you've cleared? Because it's a percentage chance of going anywhere in the map that you're currently on. And so if you've cleared 80% of the map, and the danger space is, let's call it like 20% of that 80%, because you're seeing where you're currently fighting. Then you can do some ratios of like, am I safe to hold for a teleport, or should I be proactive in my movements? Cool. All right, Spider 4 done. Bunch of gold. I'll learn mutation now just to have it, and I guess I don't even have enlightenment noted, so now I have that too. Do I have gloves? Nothing. Shield. Any better shields drop? No. We have 2 unknown scrolls. The problem is I don't want to just read them. I don't care if I use up a vulnerability, but the issue is that what if I pop a summonings or butterfly? Those are very important things to have. So even if J is vulnerability, U could be any of the other ones, and it's just like I don't want to waste them. Anyway, so where are we at? We're at 40 minutes. We got plenty of time. We've got 3 pips of will already, although I will note we do have the will ring on. Let's go to Elven Halls, and let's try to get some buyables, build up our power level. Although that was quite tight of an experience. Ooh. More tight than one could want. I'm gonna Brothers in Arms, and I will note I have resistances. Although not fire resistances, I suppose, but yikes. Anyway, we're here. We lived. We didn't waste any resources. See, there you go. The big one was Vuln, as expected. Vuln. The problem is I don't want to just randomly read the last one, because it's equally possible to be something of that you don't want to pop yet. Drop regen. Nope, wrong one. I wanted to drop magic regen. Nothing to buy. Nothing to buy. Do I have our fire built in? No, I don't. Oh, I do on that new one. Do I want to drop my strength by 3? I suppose. But then I would be sacking one of these. I don't know. I don't think I want to drop slaying just to have our fire and some core. Especially since I'm not like one-hitting these guys. I do need multiple swings, which means I'm not overpowering. Like if I was like, if their health was, I don't know, 100 and I was hitting for 300, dropping, 5 of a, of a value doesn't affect the win rate. But if I'm not one-shotting them, that means each second of my hit is still being valued. So that was a skip to Elf 2, but I want to clear some Elf 2. It's annoying that being on fire is still a thing, but it is what it is. I'm afraid of these guys. Even if we feel powerful. Yikes! I'm gonna blink out of here. They are so strong. Fuck. Heal wound. Up the stair. Yikes. I hate those turrets. I don't know why. They nuke me. Thought it was going to be a trove for a second there. It's very trovey tiles. I don't actually need any enchant weapons anymore, so I don't actually have to do that. I'm going to double up on the will, get 4 pips of will. We have a castle-based Elf 3. Let's clear the edge. Hopefully there's an alarm out here that I can abuse. Okay, we did all the out. Was there an alarm? I don't see one. Alarm, maybe on 2? No, that's unfortunate. Let's clear the edge of the castle. At least it's a clean edge on this side. This is our little hole here. Let's cover the other side. Alright, so all of the action is in there. It's not a very convenient runaway. We can use a corner here a little bit. Let's pull what we can. Pull back a little. Let's pull back a little more. Okay, you gotta take it slow with these guys. It was far too few to be this cleared. Evening Star, nope. Alright, come follow me over here. Follow me. Nice Lajatang. Okay. I see, so that's kind of why they're not coming out here. It's a very separated experience. It's not like one big room back there, or here if it was all one room. Jeez. Alright, I'm gonna have to blink out of here. The executor is just too much. And then I'm gonna telly. So we lost a blink. I thought my dude would have killed him in time, but he didn't. I A double quick-bladed guy? Is he doing the guile and whatever it's called? No, just wearing building 2. Crazy. Oh, there's a nice shield up there with, I think it was Donald or whoever, Reginald, whatever that person was. What's our body? Oh yeah, we have that sick. Yeah, okay. Oh, unfortunately, it's just a kite shield with a thematic little scaling on it. Alright, bunch of scrolls. We're not quite done yet, but we're close. Tremor Totem, healing potion. We recovered a healing potion if I think maybe we spent one. I'd rather have a blink than a healing potion though, but whatever. We got something back. Okay, nothing much here. Hopefully there's one pool on the left side. Ooh, that was a little scary. You never expect a whole group to pop out, but there they were. Enlightenment, we're not seeing what we want in terms of additional value. So it was summoning. We got our mites unlocked. Moonshine is known. Haste is known. That's a lot of haste. Let's drop that moonshine. What can we? Is this plus 13 or something? Plus 14. Okay. We can get that pretty much up there. Where are we at now with that? 11. Cool. Very high AC. Oh, axes. That's good. I mean, we're almost capped, but maybe I'll do a little less just to even it out. Let's do dodging to 4 now. Rip. So we got some stuff from Elf. It wasn't like the world-beating kind of Elf, but it's close enough. ID, resistance. What do I not know? Acquirement and experience. So the two that I actually care about are not for me today. Okay, so we'll go to Vault now. G, Vault. We'll see how this can fit in here. Our resistances are all right. We don't have fire, but really it's like a lightning and cold here. Those are the big ones. I've been fragiled, so I'll take that one seriously. A second broadaxe. I'll pick this up. We can brand it and enchant it if it's a secondary, and maybe I can get like a anti-magic or something, but I'm not going to force it per se. I'm going to back this up. A little bit too much action. Let's kind of get inside here. All right, let's kind of pull back a little. But yeah, anti-magic or like frost are really good for the oofs. Or cold, I guess, branding. Freezing, technically. What do we get? Okay, that's just a classic Boris cloak. Or body, robe. Not cloak. Let's build up some decks, just in case we get hit with some negative decks. It's a little low. Nothing there. I'm going to back it up here. I'm going to telly out of here. A little scary. And you see, I knew telling was fine, statistically speaking, odds speaking, because I had cleared basically the whole map. So the chances of me hitting something bad were very low. It's not zero, but it's enough to play the game, you know? I'm going to drop and put up the will a little. Or drop the will and put up the slaying, that is. I'm going to berserk this out. I want to get to that brain. I was scared of that distortion. To be honest, getting Abyssed is not the worst now, but you always prefer to Abyss in your own terms if you're going to Abyss. Berserk this, take out the ones we care about. Whew. I've been marked. There's an up to the top left. Not ideal. We cleared enough that I'm not like desperate to cancel, you know, cancel whatever potion. But I definitely don't want to run in, that's for sure. Okay, I'll do a different stair. Do I have digging? I do. What did I miss down there? What is this? I think it's like a haste potion, invis. Enchant weapon. That's not a big deal. Okay. I have pretty low EV. For how high my AC is, it's like... Ooh, AV. Or EV. Been fragile. Take it easy. Get that dodging. Let's get it up to like 7. I mean, fighting's almost done. I'm someone who like really pounds the fighting. I see these, you know, when you win a game, you win with a title. And everyone has all these different titles. My titles are always the same because I always just pound the fighting. And the title is typically based on the first ability you maxed out in some combination, sometimes with the species you are. I'm going to back out here. And so I'm always like Slayer. Or like the axe one. But I don't know. It works. More health is better than less health. What's the point in dodging something or like reducing the damage taken if you don't have anything to hold the damage when you do take it? I don't know. I'm sure there's min-maxing involved that I'm just not caring about, but... I don't know why you wouldn't want fighting, you know, unless you're playing a race that has like -3 fighting. I don't know. Off the species. Off the top of my head, I can't think of very many that are negatives at the least, let alone like significant negatives. Ooh, gloves and boots. We have no gloves still. I thought I got gloves at one point. I guess I didn't, and I'll look at the boots after. For me, this is just literally just +1 gloves, whatever. Boots, let's buy it. Boots of fly. They're trolling me. I am a baseline flyer, so literally I got gloves of gloves and boots of boots. Alright, that's vaults 3. Vaults 4 ahead. We got a menace. I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna cure. I'm gonna summon a brother in arm. I'm gonna berserk. Oh, menace is a menace. Pun intended. If you're not ready for it. Right. Azata, right beside a menace. Quite a pairing to interact with right now. I'm afraid of that alarm. Also, a little surprise party waiting for me upstairs. Ooh, that's a big group. Oh, and there was a, what's her name? Up there. A named mob. Forgot her name. But she's there and I see her. That was going to be the death of me. If that's a down, that was designed to kill somebody. Okay, got tyranted. Let's pull back a little. A lot of action. Oof. Let's telly. Ooh, okay, now we're gonna blink out of this. Oh my god. Telly, I'm gonna heal. Okay. I ate my own words from earlier. I mean, statistically, I had many chances of easily getting like more than 75% of this map I've accounted for. And maybe 15% of it was danger zone at that moment. And I still repeatedly got in there. Had to waste 3 tellies, 1 blink, and 1 healing potion. Rip. Okay, let's recover here. Yeah, and this part of the 75 that I hadn't known, fairly mundane. So, punished. All right. let's forget everything because there was a lot of running around in here. Okay, cool. We have it all sorted. Okay, I will look at anything to buy. Nothing to buy. So we're going to park at depths. And we're going to end the episode here. We've cleared quite a lot in this 1 hour time span, just over 1 hour. We did all our dungeons, lairs, and orcish mines. We then did our S branches. We went and in that time span, we did our ossuary and ice cave. Nothing too crazy there, though. The ice cave was particularly boring. Yeah, and then we did our elf and our vaults. So next up would be our our depths. Clear through there, and then figure out what our third rune is. Haven't decided yet. I have some ideas. We'll talk about it next episode. Then Zot and escape, hopefully, after that point. So check it out. We'll stop here and check you out in the next one. See you in a bit.